Mostly what this is going to be about is going to be about you guys, right? Because it's not about me. It's about your emotional journey, your awareness, and the steps that you had to take to be able to get there. I look at the faces that I see here, and some of you faces were reluctant when you first came, right? You were closed off, you were isolated, you were no, not me. I asked a question, you look at the ground, and to see the people, the evolution, the thought process, how it changed, helped me change. It helped me to understand that there's purpose behind emotional awareness therapy.
There can be a stigma to being an emotionally open and honest person. It can be seen as soft, as weak, blah, 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 you all know it. And for me, though, it's been literally life-saving. And I want your lives to be saved. Each of you has a life worth saving. You're amazing people.
As we offer you every self-help group that you could ever imagine over the past couple decades of your life inside one group. We cover E.A.T, we cover E.A.T, we cover gang awareness, we cover substance abuse, we cover childhood trauma, educational trauma, we cover criminal gangs, right? Everything that you can imagine that you want to get in, that you can't get in, we do inside each program. Inside of the band, you're going to see our motto, our thought process, which is change the thought, you change the behavior, you change the behavior, you change the thought. Because if we recognize that if someone bumps into me, if I think, oh, he just dissed me, then my behavior is going to be something impulsively and reacting in that manner. But if I think, oh, damn, maybe he's in a rush to get somewhere, excuse me, sir, go on about your business, which is a humbling and something that we can learn, then the behavior will be different at the end. Because now we're not reacting to a situation, we're responding accordingly with a new thought process, with a new behavior, with a new being inside life. This is going to play forward because you're going to change the difference inside your family, inside your households that they see. It's going to play a difference because now you're going to develop rehabilitative tools that's going to carry you successfully into society.
What E.A.T has done for me right here is being able to see people, being able to hear people, and being able to love people.
So E.A.T for me has been an atom bomb, and it's a cascading one. And in the light of this atom bomb that heals, right, it just tears off all of the bandages that I put on in my life, thinking that they would heal my wounds, and it just exposes them, so then I can now address them. And the reason I say it's cascading is because once it does that to me, it does it to my brother, it does it to my sister when I talk to them on the phone, my mother, everybody that's related to me. And they go out in the world and make their place that much brighter, and E.A.T is a great starting point for that. So thank you, Harry.
One of the main things that I took away from it was wheel of power and control. And that was very interesting to me, knowing that many of us are involved in domestic violence, whether we know so or not. There are various different forms of domestic violence, and it taught me that it's not just verbal or physical, but there's also minimizing, blaming, sexual.
And so I read a quote that I think is really fitting, and it said, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. So I want to say, Harry moves around really fast, but he brings it back to us. So in the tribe, right, when one finds food, water, I think it's that person's responsibility to bring it back to the tribe. So I really just, I appreciate you, and I see you grow and bringing all that knowledge that you've learned over your journey back to us.
Coming into E.A.T, not only did it teach me about certain triggers that I had internally, but it also taught me like how I wanted to be treated outside. You know, when someone offends me or anything like that, what happens is I kind of explode on the inside, right? So I need to let a person know when that happens, so that I can know how I'm going to deal with that person if I want to have that person in my life or not.
I learned that, to face my fears, to not be afraid, to reach out for help, and just be a better person.
I never knew what I was doing until I came in here, and I realized I was actually sitting in a fire trying to learn who I am and expose my problems and my
When I first got into this class, I thought I was just going to be able to sit in the class and kind of skate through and keep everything to myself, and stay quiet. And when I saw the vulnerability from the people in the class, I'd like to commend everybody in here for their vulnerability, because I've heard things from each and every one of you that opened my heart and opened my soul. I've heard it from Harry, I've heard it from Caesar, I've heard it from Beth, I've heard it from all of you. And it really helped me to feel brave and have courage. And so I was able to talk about things I haven't talked about with anybody. And that's the truth. In that room, when we sit down, I was able to bring up things that I've never shared with another soul. And that allowed me to start hit it on the head, sit in the fire. And I was able to process those feelings, and I would go home and I would think about it, and I started healing. And now I'm somebody who's in that process of healing, and I feel good, and I feel happy, and I feel free. And emotional awareness therapy helped me to do that. So I want to say thank you to all of you.
This program for me, right, it gave me the ability to be able to exercise my rehabilitation within this prison system, especially the way we have to navigate around the prison and all the personalities and the characters within this prison. Definitely sitting in the fire and ensuring that I'm the boss of my life and I take control of my actions.
Like I say again, I look at you guys, man, I'm so proud of you. Because I know that there's change inside the people that I see inside this room. I know that your viewpoint, the way that you consider reacting to certain situations is different than what you started off at initially. And the only way that was possible is you went all in with this learning. You went all in with what E.A.T represents. And by that, you helped me to understand that if you change the thought, you change the behavior. If you change the behavior, you change the thought.